Okay, today my friend Jason Scaramucci came over. It's an archery day. It's going to be a fun day. And we'll let him tell you about the day we had and what we're going to do. We got the chronograph out.
I was lucky enough to work with Professor Zumo for a few hours today, cutting and fletching 36 arrows of 3 different weights, 400 spine, 500 spine, and 600 spine, to match some arrows I had and to set up for future archery. And we're going to chronograph them using 2 bows. I have a 55-pound longbow, Century 21 longbow here at 60 inches, and I have a 37-pound West Wallace recurve that I'm also going to shoot the lighter arrows out of.
Right, now how many pounds was that?
This is 55 pounds at 60 inches.
That was your dad's bow, right?
This was actually not my dad's bow. Yeah, my dad's bow I didn't bring today. That one's 50. That one's a 50-pound bow. But this one, I love the way it shoots. It seems it's only high and low. It's never left and right.
Okay, that's cool.
Yep.
All right, sounds good. So let's start. You know what I'll do? I'll stop this. We'll set up and we'll talk about what arrows we're going to shoot.
Going to start off testing this 400 spine carbon arrow at 30 inches with a 60 grain insert and a 100 grain tip out of my 55-pound Century 21 longbow.
And what's your draw length?
28 inches.
Okay.
Or thereabouts.
Thereabouts. $165. Okay.
Give it another try. See if these numbers match up.
$162.
162.
Touch the draw length the same every time. Duplicate. 162. Okay. Want to do one more?
Yeah, one more.
One more tiebreaker?
One more tiebreaker. Seems pretty uniform.
Okay. So you really don't hunt, but you like the way these fly out, right? And you shoot 3D, right?
Yeah, I shoot 3D. I've always really had, this bow is probably too heavy for shooting 3D in general, but it really shoots great. I've always liked it. And I like to mix up what bow I shoot with. I enjoy mixing it up.
Right. And tell them that's a string you made, right? You made that string?
This is a special custom string. My design, but executed by Professor Zumo. And he did a gorgeous job. Obviously, I'm a Mets fan. So this is the colors that I choose.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to stop this here, and then we're going to get the next bow.
Okay.
And talk about it.
So the next bow and arrow combo we're going to test out is my West Wallace recurve. It's 56 inches, 37 pounds at a 28-inch draw. And I'm shooting 2 different arrows out of this one. One is a 600 spine with a 25 grain insert and a 100 grain tip. And the other is a 500 spine with a 20 grain insert and a 100 grain tip. They're slightly different. I'm hoping to see what the speed difference is between the 2 arrows.
Okay, go ahead. $168.
168 with the 600 spine.
It's pretty fast, actually, to tell you the truth. That's pretty fast.
Yeah. $177.
It's even faster.
Yeah.
You know, I think your draw length is a little longer than 28.
Yeah, I think my draw length is a little longer too.
I think it's like 29.
172.
172. They're shooting out there. They're on fire, right?
They're on fire. Yeah. I like to say when I went to a lighter arrow, it seemed like I went to bullets from arrows.
Yeah.
And this is a 500 spine arrow. 162. It's also a thicker diameter, this arrow, than the first one. The first one's a 5 mil. The second one's a 6.5 mil.
Duplicate. 162. So that's
one more
what
time.
it is, man. That's it. One more, and then
one more.
It.
167.
Okay, so I think they're flying out of there.
Yeah.
Okay, so next up I'm going to get my 2 self bows that I made. The one I made in the last video where it was supposed to be 45 pounds, but I only had 1-inch wide limbs, and it wound up being 35 pounds. And I'll get that and we'll talk about that. Okay, so this is the bow from my latest video, that fire hardened video. And I was shooting for 45 and it wound up being 35. And the name of this is Scorched Lightning, okay? It's now a 62-inch bow, 35 at my 26.5-inch draw length. And then I'm shooting these arrows out of this that are really light. They're Entrada, gold tip Entradas. They have a 75 grain point. And they only weigh 274 grains. That's it. They're 29.5 inch with a 75 grain tip. And I'm really curious to see how they're kicking out, because these are the ones I used in the video that you saw me shoot from, you know, out to 25 yards with. So let's see what we get with this. .147 with my short draw. It's you know, it's pretty kicking with my short draw. 26.5 inch arrows. Duplicate. So just wanted to show you 147. This is from my last video. Okay, now I had a twisted stave. This was twisted, and I clamped it on a back set jig, used a heat gun, and then we fire hardened it. We cooked it. And I want to show you something too. Let me unstring it. Okay, this is how it goes on the jig. It still has back set, okay? And like I said, the goal was to either have it level or maintain a little bit of back set, okay? We got a little bit of back set with this. Next one I'm going to grab is from my other video, the fire hardened bow with 40 pounds. And we'll talk about that. Okay, this one actually you saw in my last chronograph video. It's called Fired Up is the name of this bow, Fired Up. And this is a 40 at 26.5, my draw length. And it shot really well, And what I'm looking for now, Jason brought these arrows over, is Three Rivers have these bare bow arrows that are a little heavier. And I want to see how many feet per second. So the specs on these bare bow arrows are, it has a 75 grain insert, 100 grain tip, and I happen to have broadheads from Simmons that are 165. So if I use a lighter insert and tune them, should work well. Big cut broadhead from Simmons Sharks. Okay, and this one I'm shooting here has a total weight. This one here is what is this here? 470. We actually, when we weighed it, it was 480 grains. Okay, this is 480 grains. So let's see what we got. Yeah. These may be my new hunting arrows. I may have to buy in too. .123. They're 123. So it's a solid hit. And I think that'll be a hunting arrow, because I'm only shooting 15, 20 yards. And with a razor sharp, that wide broadhead, I think it'll buzz right through a deer. But I do have one more bow. I said I'm not going to do any more hickory bows, but I have one more that was the other half of this twisted stave. And I have that on the back set jig. I heated it, clamped it. And if I can get that to 45, I may do a quick video just to show you it, and do a quick chronograph on it too. But we'll see. So anyway, this is basically it, Jason. This is it. This was our day fun archery.
This was an amazing day.
Yeah, let's get in.
I gained many arrows, and I learned the speed of my bows, which I did not know before, and I'm happy for the knowledge.
Yeah, it's always fun to play. All right, there's always something to do to keep us busy. So every day you wake up is a good day. Watch my other videos, like and subscribe, and you never know what we're going to post. Have a good day. Okay, so I'm watching him shoot outside with that big long gorilla draw, and I'm saying to myself, 28? That ain't 28. it's got to be more than 29. So we came in. What is your draw length?
Professor Zumo says it's 30.5 inches.
31.
31.5 inches.
All right, he comes back and forth, 30, 31.5. Depends where he touches. You got to get a little more consistent anchor. But those lightning speeds that we got out of the chronograph, and I'm looking at his long arms going back, that's why, okay? So that's a little update, that's all.
28 sounds normal, 30 sounds irregular.
My friends aren't normal. See ya.
Bye now.